Namaste. Welcome to the 30th video in the overall series and Introduction to Sanatana Dharma. Today's video is the third and final video in the mini series, The Hindu Concept of Time. There are no slides today. I'll tell you a story. The virtual background obviously has Shiva and Parvati. Shiva, as you can see, is wearing a garland of skulls. The thumbnail is based on a story from the Bhagavad Purana. Both these stories, in a way, talk about the infinite nature of space, time. That is the reason I chose these two topics to talk about today. To begin with, the virtual background, Shiva, Paramashiva, Sadashiva, a manifestation of Parabrahma, wears a garland of skulls around his neck. Now, there is a very famous Telugu movie called Swarana Kavalam. It has a very famous song, Andela Ravamidi Padamulata. It starts off with certain verses. They are not in the exact order as in the original from what I understand. However, they have been taken from something called the Nakshatramala Stotram. There are 27 nakshatras. Each has something called 4 padas or 4 stages. So 27 into 4, 108 padas are what are present in this let's say Saiva Stotra called the Nakshatramala Stotra. The basic idea is at the end of this Stotra, you would have said Om Namah, or rather Namah Shivaya, the Panchakshari mantra, 108 times. Okay? That's one concept behind this Nakshatramala Stotra. Now, the skulls are said to be of various Brahmas. So, we ended our earlier video possibly with a discussion on the lifespan of a Brahma. Now, a Kalpa, which is a massive unit of time, forms one day of a Brahma. Another, he sleeps for a Kalpa, day and night. That is one full day of a Brahma. 30 days in a month, 12 months in a year. So 360 days in a year, 100 such years. This is the lifespan of one Brahma. So once his lifespan is over, a new Brahma comes into the picture. Anjaneya is called the Bhavishyat Brahma, for example. He will become a Brahma in the future. Brahma is a post that way. So this garland of skulls is actually, in a way, a manifestation or let's say, symbolic of time, the infinite nature of time, and how Parabrahma, Sadashiva, Paramashiva is timeless. That's one topic. Second thing that I wanted to tell you related to the thumbnail is a story from the Bhagavad Purana. In the Dashamaskandha, the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Purana, there is a story where Krishna and his friends took the calves to graze in the forest of Vrindavana. At a point of, so in the Telugu, I don't know if it is there in the original Sanskrit, but in the Potana Bhagavatam, the Telugu translation, is a very beautiful description of how the kids sit around Krishna, how they play with each other, how they have lunch. In fact, there's a very mouth-watering description of the way they eat food, the way they spend time. In fact, this was a lesson while I was in school. It was part of my Telugu subject when I was in school. I don't know if that is still the case. The basic idea, Krishna and his friends took the calves to graze in the forest. At a point of time, Krishna noticed that the calves had strayed far from their group. He went searching for them. He could not find those calves. He came back to their camp and saw that his friends, the other cowherds, right, were also not to be found. Krishna, being all-pervading, all-knowing, understood immediately what had happened. What had happened was that now Brahma, not Parabrahma, Brahma the creator, Chaturmukha Brahma, knew that Krishna was a manifestation of Vishnu. Vishnu again is a manifestation of Parabrahma. So his doubt was, okay, Vishnu is all-powerful. Now he has taken the form of a mortal. Now a human being is limited by space and time. So when Vishnu takes the form of a mortal, is he also limited by space and time? Or is he limited in some way or the other? This is the curiosity that Brahma had in mind. So what he had done was, initially he hid all the calves. When Krishna went searching for the calves, he hid all his friends. Okay. By the way, big media, there is a YouTube series called Little Krishna. Beautiful series, very well made. I think there are a lot of Krishna Bhaktas as part of this team which made these videos. They have a very beautiful video made on this. Please watch it whenever you have time. Show it to your kids, watch it yourself. Very beautifully made series, Little Krishna. That's the YouTube series. Now, coming back to our story, so Krishna understood, okay, Brahma has hidden all the calves and my friends. He himself divided into the calves and his friends. Now, there is another very notorious, infamous, famous video of Swami Nityananda, where he talks about the me in me, knowing the me in you, and the me goes on like this. Interestingly, this is a very powerful core concept of Hinduism. The way he put it might have been humorous, but he's basically what he's talking about is Aham Rupa Chaitanya, Aham Rupa Chaitanyam in all living beings. The I-ness, the ego, the identification factor in all creation is one, is ultimately because of Parabrahma. So that you can call it Kundalini, Shaktiyas can call it Kundalini, somebody can call it Krishna Chaitanya, somebody, you can call it whatever, Kutastha Chaitanya, whatever you want to call it. Ultimately, the consciousness, the I-ness, the what we identify, I am Chaitanya, that I, that ego, that Ahankara is Parabrahma. It's the probably concept he wanted to convey. It's become a pretty, I think, viral video. Now, Krishna divided himself into all the calves and his friends. So, for somebody who resides in all our hearts, Hridde se Arjuna Tishtati, Krishna says that in the Bhagavad Gita, that I am present in the hearts of all living beings. So, for somebody who's ever present, who's everywhere, all of us are manifestations of Brahman. For that entity, for that being, for that energy, for that divinity, it is not such a difficult thing, right? So, Krishna divided himself into all his friends and his calves. They went home. Now, each child behaved like the normal, the original child, if I can use that phrase. Every calf behaved like the original calf, again, if I may say so. This went on for a year. So, for a year, there were only Krishnas in the form of these cows, these calves, and his friends. They used to go home. They used to go to the forest. Every day, they used to grave the calves. The calves are Krishna. The children are Krishna. They used to graze. They used to go back. This continued for a year. In the middle, the women of Vrindavana actually had a meeting. They said, for the last couple of days, it does not seem as if I'm taking care of my child. I get joy as if I'm taking care of Krishna. So that is a measure of their devotion. See, the extent of devotion that they had, their love for Krishna was more than their love for their own children. The men of the village who used to take the cows and bulls for grazing also started feeling that there's something different. Now, this continued for a year. Now, this was about a day for Brahma. He felt, okay, now it's been one day for me, a year for them. Let's see what has happened. Let's see what this so-called Krishna has done. Suddenly, he found that everything was normal. Everything was the way it was earlier. He went to that cave where he had hidden all these cows and these calves and children and saw that, okay, all of them are still hidden there. They are peacefully sleeping there. What is this? Is there another Brahma? As far as I know, I am the only Brahma in creation. Is there another Brahma that I was not aware of? So he saw Krishna, his friends and calves in the forest and started thinking these thoughts. And in the next instant, he saw that there were no friends and no calves. He only saw Krishnas. He only saw the main Krishna, the cow herds turned into Krishnas, the calves turned into Krishnas. And in the next instant, he saw that these were not just Krishnas. Each Krishna showed up to Brahma as a Mahavishnu. And the example, so I have given a link for a video, a very beautiful exposition by Sri Samavedam Shanmuga Sarma. An example he gave. Whenever a president, a prime minister, an MLA goes somewhere, he has a huge retinue with him or her, right? Now imagine the Lord of the universe. Imagine the retinue that the person will have, right? So Mahavishnu being served by Mahalakshmi, the Parshad Ganas, Brahma. So he saw that there were multiple Brahmas. So each Krishna was a Vishnu being served by a huge retinue, and every Vishnu was being served by a Brahma also. Then he again rubbed his eyes and saw that everything vanished. It was just one Krishna. He came and prostrated himself in front of that Krishna and said, "Pardon me for my ignorance." This again is an example. So, of the all-pervading nature of Parabrahma, the timelessness, the infinite nature in terms of space, time. So, Hinduism says that there are infinite universes which emanate out of Parabrahma, Mahavishnu, whichever way you want to call that particular divinity, or that you want to call the divine by. They emanate, they exist, they get absorbed. There is an infinite number of universes. Each universe has a Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, all of these. Uh, this kind of description is also available for Shaktayas when they read about the Manidvipa, Lalitambika, right? This is an example of the infinite nature, right, of time, of space. So when we talk about the Kalpa, lifespan of a Brahma, even that is not the scope of time as far as Hinduism is concerned. Hinduism basically talks about infinite time, and it talks about this infinite time as a manifestation of Parabrahma. This brings to an end this particular video and the mini series, The Hindu Concept of Time. We will touch upon new concepts. Possibly, I'm thinking that I will talk about examples of why Hinduism is called a way of life and not just a religion. Mind you, I'm not saying it is not a religion but a way of life, but I'm saying it is a way of life on top of being a religion. I'll try to cover this possibly in the next video. Please stay safe, get vaccinated. Happy to share that I've had COVID some time back, and I've had both shots of Covaxin. Please get yourself vaccinated. Please stay masked. Let not the third wave be another killer wave. Let us minimize casualties to the extent possible. Please take care. Please stay safe. Thanks a lot for watching this video. There were a couple of people who actually encouraged me that why was there a gap, and we are waiting for your videos. I'm extremely grateful for this encouragement. Extremely grateful once again. Namaste. Thank you.